Hey everyone, we're here today in Barbara Lane Piert's garden. We've been visiting Sacramento, California, and she's been so nice as to show us around her garden. Beautiful roses and all kinds of plants. And I just wanted to ask you, Barbara, how'd you get started with your gardening? I mean, you've got so much here. How did things get started here?
Oh, 40 years or so ago, my
Yeah.
husband and I, with our 7 children, arrived, thinking we had a little tiny plot that I was going to put a few plants in. And horror of horrors, I had this huge pie-shaped lot.
Oh,
No
yeah.
patio, no garden, no fences, no trees. And we started. We put a patio in and then fences in, and then I had small beds, maybe 2 feet wide. Each year I moved the bricks out.
Of course, yeah.
And I moved the bricks out every year until finally my son came one day and said, "Mom, you've got to have permanent bricks." And he put permanent bricks out. But this was many, many years later.
Yeah.
I went to somebody's garden who had miniature roses. And they had hundreds of miniature roses. And there I met Dixie and John Hedge, who introduced me to rosarians. That began my passion.
Yeah.
And then they said, "You should join the Perennial Plant Club." Oh, well, maybe I will. So I did. And now the garden's full of perennials, full of roses. And my latest endeavor has been trying to get a white garden going.
Nice.
I'm a thrift shop person and a garage sale person. So I've had lots of collectible things over the years. So what can I do? My plants are tiny. It's going to take a couple of years for them to grow. I'll take all these things I've got from thrift shops or friends, and my husband gets a spray can, silver or white, and sprays them all.
Oh, nice.
And so they're out in that garden, a little bit of whimsy, just a little bit of fun, waiting for the plants to grow. Soon there'll be white foxgloves, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
And white azaleas.
Beautiful.
And lots of other white plants.
Nice.
Crossing my fingers.
Yeah, they'll be there, I'm sure they will.
Yes.
So Barbara, that white garden looks great. I think it's going to be beautiful in a few years.
I'm hopeful.
Yeah, I think, but there's so much more here too. There's a lot of little vignettes and rooms that you've created. Let's take a look at a few more.
Okay, well, here is one that I really tried hard.
Yeah.
It was for cactus, but unfortunately there's too much shade.
Oh,
here.
sure.
So it's not really successful.
Yeah.
That lady under there is an open mind. And carrying on here, this was a very nice table and chairs at one time. But I dropped a cement ball on top.
Oh, no.
Smashed it. So
Oh,
what will I
dear.
do?
Yeah.
I decided to put a rose in.
Oh, yeah.
I chose the
Great.
wrong one.
Oh, okay.
It gets too much black spot. But
Oh, yeah.
it's there and it's just finished blooming.
Yeah.
One of the items in my garden is this old shed covered in ivy, as you see.
Yeah.
Same son that did the bricks did the shed. But a friend of mine who was visiting said, "Every time I come to your house, I see Africa, Mexico, Morocco, India,
Yeah.
but I don't see England. Where is she?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, I'll do something." And so then I had fun for years,
you did the
looking at
shed.
thrift shops, going to garage sales, and filling my little touch of England.
Nice.
Yes.
That's great.
So, and this was a plum tree. Look at
Oh,
his
really?
face, isn't it
Oh,
interesting?
that's fun. And you have some really neat chimes hanging there.
Yeah,
That's like,
the chimes I didn't know what to do with. That's
Yeah.
where they ended up.
yeah.
Yes.
So the plum tree died, and
It did, it died, and we
Yeah.
were going to cut it down. I said, "No, I like it. Let's
Yeah.
leave it."
yeah,
Yeah,
it's got a nice
makes the
it's-
shed look better.
Yeah, it's got a nice shape, and the bark is nice. and
Yeah.
very good.
And my poor pergola,
Yeah,
one day it's going to bite the dust.
yeah.
It's beautiful in spring, but it's beginning to go a little
Oh,
way
getting
like this.
yeah.
So
I can relate to
soon
that.
it'll have to go.
Yeah,
Not soon, I hope.
and then you kind of have a begonia collection over here
Yes,
too. Yeah.
in the fall I do have wonderful begonias.
Oh, good. Oh, look at them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's.
great. Okay, Barbara, let's hear about your begonias. I know they overwinter here, which I was just really amazed.
Yes, they do. Of course, they die back, and we have to wait for fall. Well, maybe September they start coming back. This old wheelbarrow is literally packed with them.
Oh, cool.
A friend of mine went to a rest home, gave me all her begonias, and I have a number in here.
Yeah.
And this is a coffee spot. I hide out often.
It is kind of tucked back in here, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's very beautiful in maybe another 3-4 months.
Yeah, great. And you have this wonderful bottle brush tree.
Bottle brush tree. I love it.
Do you get a lot of pollinators on that, or?
Yeah, we do. I don't see much around today, but they
like it.
Usually it's full.
It's such an exotic looking bloom.
It is. It's neat. It is. I have a massive one up there. That was one of those that went in the ground that large. Yeah. And then, whoa, what happened?
Nice, nice. Now, one thing I've noticed too that you have that is beautiful around here are Abutilon.
I love Abutilon.
Maybe we can take a look at some of those that you have.
Yes.
Okay, great. So we're standing in front of this beautiful Abutilon. I love the little veined red and yellow flowers. But that's just the really cool thing about coming to California is stuff that we here back in Iowa gets, maybe that big is just enormous here. It's like, what do you do? Do you have to do anything special to get these things to grow?
I haven't done anything special. It is a beautiful, beautiful bloom. It's tiger eye. Some people call it something different, but they live through the winter. Nice. The hummers love them.
Great.
And so there's nothing else in flower, but the Abutilons are there. So we have loads of hummers, even in the winter.
I know we just saw one buzz by, didn't we?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I'm particularly fond of variegated leaves, so I have two very lovely variegated Abutilons. Nice, and I have another couple that are
they're just little.
Iowa size, and I'm hoping that they'll get big.
Yeah.
This one actually was twice this size.
Oh, wow.
I just trimmed it back and overdid it, I'm afraid.
Well, it recovered well, I think.
It's coming along.
Yeah. Well, another plant that gets really big out here that I love are your geraniums. And they're beautiful out here. Can we take a look at those?
Sure. Yeah, I love the geraniums. This has become a passion in the last year, I'm afraid. And variegated leaves again.
Yeah.
I love variegated leaves, as you can see. And I'm surprised you can't grow them well.
Well, we can grow them, but I have seen, this is a really good size. And occasionally it might get this big, but I've seen, even as we've been driving around, I've seen some that were,
enormous.
Almost as tall as me. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
So, and I assume they overwinter pretty well here.
They do. They do really quite well. And of course they need cutting back in the spring.
Okay. So,
and they come back really quickly. This one is scented a little bit.
Yeah, the foliage.
I do have a huge one over there.
I see that.
And it would be bigger, but I keep it cut down,
What kind of pruning do you need to do in, I assume late winter, early spring maybe?
I'm not a very good pruner.
Okay.
I just cut back what looks like it shouldn't be there.
Okay.
And hope for the best.
I think you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
It looks really good.
Well, I'm sorry you don't grow them large because they are lovely.
Oh, they're just so enormous,
And all summer long you're going to have bloom. I just snap heads.
Yeah. Do you leave them outside in the winter and then?
Yes.
Do they bloom at all or just pretty foliage?
Mostly foliage, no flowers.
Yeah.
But they come again quickly in spring.
Yeah, great. I know, they're wonderful. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My bunny likes them too.
Yeah, he's very cute. He's very cute. But,
yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Barbara, for letting us visit your garden.
You're more than welcome. Anytime you come back to Sacramento, I'm here.
Excellent. Well, we'll be sure and swing by.
Okay, it would be nice.
Yeah.